All right, stop. Corroborate and listen. Huggins back with a brand new lesson. Something's telling me it's not true. Tell me what y'all think I'm gonna do. I check my sources, I cross-check daily. Nobody makes a fool out of me. I use my evidence to make a decision. I consider other explanations. Peace. Word to your mother. Hey there, young historians. Just a quick little song that leads us into Make Your Case. That's what we're doing today, young historians. We are thinking of how to make a good case, a good argument about something. In order to do this, you need to use the skill of corroboration. Stop, corroborate, and listen. It means to confirm or to make more certain. It's the act of comparing at least two pieces of evidence, but maybe more. More is better. And seeing where they agree and where they disagree. Okay, that's what we're trying to find out with corroboration. There's two reasons to do this. One is, if you find multiple pieces of evidence that support your idea, your case becomes stronger. Okay, find multiple pieces and you'll have a stronger case. The other reason for corroboration is, if you can't find enough evidence to support your idea, you can consider other explanations. You might be misled there. You might have the wrong idea. And now you get to go and look for something else. So we really want to think about the sourcing. Where does that source of information come from? Where is that evidence from? There are two reasons for using sourcing as well. One is you want each piece of evidence to be reliable. You want to be able to trust it. If somebody tells you something and they're a known liar, why would you trust it? The source matters. And the second reason for sourcing is you want to see if people with different perspectives agree about what happened. If there's somebody that has a different view on it, but they still agree what happened, pretty good chance that it's true. Okay, so let me give you an example. This right here, this is a famous painting called The Battle of Lexington. And it shows the American colonists. They're the ones right over here, right in the foreground. And they're standing their ground and they're fighting against the British while the British are firing upon them. If you read the primary sources about this event, though, the Americans say that the British fired first. And the British say the Americans fired first. So, they disagree about who shot first, but both say that the colonists scattered, that they ran away, and once the shooting started. So, although we might know or not know who shot first, we can say with some confidence that the colonists did not stand their ground, despite the portrayal of this painting right here, because both sides do agree on that point. They don't agree on who shot first, but they do agree that the colonists scattered. So that's one example of how you need to use corroboration and sourcing to figure out what actually happened. We're going to practice this in a couple of scenarios here. You've got a document in the post that kind of looks like this. At the top, it says right here, make your case. So I'm going to be going off of this, and that's where you're going to be getting this from, the document that's in front of you. Scenario A says, for this scenario, explain how each piece of evidence corroborates the initial account, the initial story. Then choose the piece of evidence that would make a stronger case and explain your selection. So right below scenario A, we've got the Panthers versus the Bears, right? The Bears. So on the night before the big game between your school's team, the Panthers, and your rivals, the Bears locker room was vandalized, it was destroyed. Now many of the players from the Bears, they are accusing members of your team, the Panthers, of committing that vandalism. And the Panthers say, it couldn't have been us. We could not have been the ones who vandalized the locker room because we were all out for pizza when the locker room was raided. All right, so that's the scenario. For this scenario, we need to explain how each piece of evidence corroborates the initial account. Then choose the piece of evidence that would make a stronger case and explain your selection. So account A is the Panther quarterback's older sister, and account B is the Bears running back. You're going to complete these two questions here based on that scenario. The second part of this assignment right here, scenario B, is now a totally different story. This is a lunchroom fight. And in this one, you are the principal who is trying to figure out the truth about the lunchroom fight. The fight is between Justin, you see him there, and Max, you see him over there. See, Justin is a new student. He's shy and doesn't have many friends. And Max is a popular student who's known for his friendliness. You are now going to read the account of Justin, of Max, and of Jamie, who is a student who has class with them right before lunch. So you're going to read those different accounts, you're going to do some corroboration, and then you're going to be answering the questions that follow based on what you just found out in that story. All right, hey historians, you're making a strong case here using corroboration and sourcing. Have fun and good luck.